All right, what's up, college baseball fans? Welcome to the season recap episode of the 11.7 podcast. I am doing this intro for podcast listeners, but we are live on YouTube right now. Usually it takes a couple minutes for people to trickle in, so I want to get the intro knocked out first. Congratulations to the Oklahoma Sooners. That's going to take up the first part of this episode. And yeah, it was an incredible run, one of the best postseason runs we've ever seen from a team in any sport, knocking off the teams that they did. We'll dive into their journey and really just like what clicked for them as a team. Episodes brought to you by our good friends at Home Field Apparel, 20% off using our promo code CWS26. They just released some Oklahoma Sooner national championship gear that looks really cool. The retro style, the same stuff you would see on commercials. You know, your Boston Red Sox or your 2008 or 2007 World Series champions, like that type of memorabilia. It's cool. Anything else pre-show here real fast, boys, before we just relax, dive into the team? Did I miss anything in the intro?
No, just congrats to the Oklahoma Boomer Sooner. Toughest. I think they have according to Para Rating, the toughest path to a national championship ever since 1999.
It was not only the toughest path ever for baseball, dude. I'm saying you can't find a tougher path in any sport.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, number 2 national seed.
Well,
number
50. They also knocked off the hottest team in America in the Citadel the first game. Like there was a lot of people picking the Citadel to beat Oklahoma, including myself, that first game. Peter Anderson, 8106. Not to be rude, guys, but was hoping for more content when y'all were in Omaha. Dude, time got away from us. I'm sorry. That's actually more on me. I promise we'll make it up to you this offseason. Like when you're in Omaha, it's from 6 a.m. to midnight every day. And we had to Uber 25 minutes to and from the field. It just timing didn't work out.
Wait, hold on. I want to address that one too. I mean, Peter, I am as transparent as they come. We would wake up, do an episode, go to the ballpark, sit in the outfield, drink beer, watch 2 games, and then go to the bars and meet people, network, connect, and all that stuff, and drink more beers. And then you get home at 1 a.m., you get a couple hours of sleep in, and you just run it back again. So, like, if we were in the press box for more business, then we would have more content. But my phone was in my pocket 90% of the time. So I was just enjoying the people I was around. That was pretty much what happened. And, of course, drinking beers.
I love Dimitri saying we had to. But, like, anybody would love to do it. But I will say, like, this one was like more about the experience and like getting our feet under ourselves with home field and like getting that experience, because next year we already have those plans and in motion of having it way bigger.
We haven't even brought up the tech issues. We got like home field rented us what ended up being about $2,000 worth of equipment.
Let me pause you real quick too.
No.
We were supposed to have a producer too. So like you got 3 dummies trying to
Yeah, the producer bailed. We had a $2,000 worth of rented equipment, which was probably like $30,000 if we would have bought it. And like for us trying to run that, like holy crap, man! Hat tip to the producers out there and the camera people. The microphones were impossible, but we figured it out thanks to ChatGPT and Dimitri being very tech savvy. But like we were putting things up with like duct tape. I newfound respect for people that can run an actual show in person, and we have a lot to learn. Look, there's my girl Allison Fanning, Boomer Sooner, diehard Oklahoma fan in the chat. I work with her at Synergy, and she is sitting on her high horse celebrating a national championship. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, she never didn't believe in this team. She was biased, of course, as a diehard fan, but like she believed in the young guys from day one. Like we had talks in March and April, and she's like, "Oh yeah, they'll figure it out. Like Skip Johnson will figure it out."
And also Kristen Cleveland probably of relation to Jackson Cleveland, since she's saying so proud of our Sooners. He was on the mound in the 9th inning, getting the final out there for Oklahoma.
Lamar
in the
Cardinal
CWS
alum,
finals.
correct?
And Miami. The Hurricanes
Miami,
with Dimitri, too.
Yeah.
Hi, Pear.
What's up, Pear? We're not going to do the live chat the whole show. We definitely want to welcome you guys in. We have a actual show planned here, but we do want to interact with you guys. Pear, I see your next comment here. Toughest path to championship, agree or disagree? I've said it once, but like in any sport ever, toughest path to a championship of all time. And I don't know if it'll ever be beaten. You start with the hottest team in America in the Citadel. You beat them. You take down Georgia Tech twice at their place where they barely ever lost and have the most draft prospects in the world. You come back twice from like a 4-run deficit and a 6-run deficit.
No. 8-2 and 7-3 were their deficit.
Yeah.
Are you dumb? I just said a 4-run deficit and a 6-run deficit.
Oh, well, you flipped it. It was incorrect order.
Well, same scores. And then they go on the road to Lawrence, Kansas, where it's, crazy. It was hot weather. They're coming off of a huge regional win over Arkansas, and they just smoked them. Neither game was even close. I spent probably 20 minutes total watching those two games. They were over before they even started. And then they run through the SEC side of the bracket of the right side, bracket 2 of the College World Series with Alabama, Georgia twice, beat North Carolina, who everybody in the world picked, not me. Remember that, boys. I took Oklahoma to win the game, and they did.
Dude, congrats. You picked the hottest team.
Everybody
Congrats.
in America picked North Carolina except for me and Joe Healy of D1 Baseball. I went back.
That's not true.
Will Massa.
Massa, too. Forgot about Massa.
Actually,
this is funny. I have a little mini story about this. I never shared with you guys, but in our comment, I posted that Oklahoma beat Dallas Baptist. I remember this. Yeah. I remember this in April. They beat Dallas Baptist in that midweek, and this was after Oklahoma hosted Arizona State in February. Maybe it was early March, late February. And I was like, okay, this Oklahoma team's good because Arizona State we knew was really good. And then when I saw people in our comments saying, "Oh, DBU or Oklahoma, they're so good this year. They finally beat DBU in the midweek," I laughed it off like, yeah. Congrats on the midweek win, and here we are. Here we fucking are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing. All right. Do you guys want to get into like the actual show stuff?
Yeah.
Because we do want to recap the game. Even though it was a blowout, I think there were still some big storylines. We'll run through Oklahoma's season. Like we'll share the screen, pull up their whole schedule, remember big moments, see where they hit rock bottom, and then like what picked them back up. After that, my plan is to kind of recap the whole 2026 season. We do this every year where Dimitri will share a screen and look up the most most viewed tweets or most liked tweets from 2026.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll shed some light on that.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple rule changes in the.
We are also going to do this. Thank you for reminding me, Dan.
Hey, Dimitri, whenever we click on a comment, you got to read it because this is a podcast.
Oh yeah.
You got to read it.
From Dan, if you guys discuss MLB proposal tonight, like discussed the other night, my question: if pitchers need to go to college out of high school, do MLB complaints about pitcher overuse, abuse go out the window? We'll discuss it, but I don't think it will go all the way out the window, but I partially think so because people forget that Yamamoto went back-to-back days in the World Series last year. If the player feels good and they're healthy and their pregame routine and their regimen, all that stuff is built for them to get an inning or two in, they'll do it. It's okay.
Evan, use the promo code CWS26 for, I think it was 20% off, but at least 15% off over at Home Field Apparel. They have a really cool Oklahoma National Championship selection, but this is also the hat that they released this year. They also had a couple of shirts that they had released prior to Omaha as well.
Hey, funny story about that hat. I brought 3 Alabama Roll Tide hats. I brought 3 Oklahoma hats and 2 other hats to a random bar in Omaha. and just handed them out to random fans. I ended up giving the bartender like 3 or 4 of them, and she texted me that she found a super cool, awesome fan, that Alabama fan, that gave her $10 for it out of courtesy. But I think this was like his 10th straight Omaha trip, but his first seeing Alabama, which was cool.
Very cool.
Is that the new way to flirt, Dimitri?
No.
Hey, baby, I got some hats. You want to throw them back there?
I got some koozies too.
Yeah.
I'm the hat guy.
It was strictly marketing.
I could put something in your koozie.
Stop. No, dude, stop. This is a comment.
Yes. Noah, before we get going, all the comments talking about Noah in the press game, he is the GOAT in that press room. It is literally his World Series. Is that
he
press
runs the
press
show
room
in there too. Let me tell you, like, no offense, Noah, you're a young guy, but like you have the 65-year-old dudes who've been doing it for 45 years looking up to you. Like you crush it.
Thanks, guys.
Really good.
Yeah, that's the stuff that I went to school for. So being able to scratch that itch, that's what I look forward to every year.
It is literally Noah's World Series. That press room is
graduate, dude. What are you, a semester short?
Yeah, I'm a year short. I did 3 years of schooling. I went to a private
college. Let's get Noah back to college.
We are sending Noah back to school.
I
didn't know you didn't finish.
Let's get that degree.
I went to a private school, so I didn't get a full ride being an NAI. So I got $15,000. So I was still paying like $25,000 a year.
Let me get Coach Nelson from Oakland baseball on the phone.
Noah, why don't you wait? Time out. Noah, why don't you go become the SID or DOBO or analytic? Go be something for one of the directional Michigan schools and go finish your schooling. Go help at one of the programs out for a year.
I mean, SID or the SID is like an actual job. A grad assistant or a DOBO is not too far fetched, but you wouldn't be able to provide gambling picks or betting picks online.
I don't think that's. I think your schooling is more important than providing gambling picks.
You're probably right.
Let's get you let's get you a University of Liberty or Liberty University or Grand Canyon online degree, ITT Tech, one of those online degrees. We got to.
Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon. I didn't even know about Grand Canyon. I only knew about their online school. I was like, oh shit, they're actually now they're. It was funny. I've known about Grand Canyon forever. But just recently, they're actually relevant in sports now, like an on-campus school. Pretty funny how that worked out.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? There could be coaches out there listening right now. Like this is the time of the year where they are looking for GAs or something. I don't know if that's in the cards or whatever. But if you're
Mama Beanick proud, get her that degree, dude.
I know. But I mean,
all right, let's talk the game. Let's talk the game.
Hit me up.
So obviously, I think there was one turning point in the game that it doesn't take an expert to realize what shifted the momentum completely to Oklahoma. I still think Oklahoma wins the game.
Yeah, it was 13-2.
Right, it's 13-2. But I wouldn't even. Would you call it a base running blunder, or would you call it just a hell of a play?
100% a base running blunder.
You can't make the third out at third base.
You cannot make a third out on the bases. Come on now.
Specifically at third base or home.
In a regular season game, 100% I agree with you. The winner take all national championship game. I think that's
more important.
I kind of like the aggressiveness because what are the odds that somebody's going to make a defensive play for the ages?
And they're there in the national
and throw it to third base instead of home. I mean, we see it all the time that right fielders think they have the best arm in the world and chunk it home, and everybody.
But it's 2 outs. Yeah, it was 2 outs. What are you talking about? They're moving on contact. They're not getting the guy out of home on a blooper like that.
I'm just saying, like I think most coaches would be okay with the aggressiveness, especially early.
Yeah, but I think you just take your second base, let the guy score, and you get another hit, you score another run. I thought it was a bad decision, and Scott Forbes agreed that it was a bad decision. He was really frustrated with it.
I did forget that Forbes was frustrated with that. Common baseball knowledge, like don't make the first or third out at third base. But yeah, I mean, when that happened, it was almost like, oh, I could turn my TV off because Oklahoma is going to win this game. Like there is no
I
more.
agree. I knew it was over right there.
Yeah, but
That was a big
Deshaun
momentum.
Harris came up firing. Like it was a hell of a throw. I mean, it was a hell of a throw.
It was a big momentum flipping and changing and altering and halting play there. And Dan, yes, the preseason annual magazine has already been in talks of being annual and not just a one-time thing. The Diamond Report there. So yeah, 2027 in the works. But yeah, I asked. It was Kyle Branch and Jackson Wilson in that post-game presser after Game 3. They're both the middle infield duo. So I'm like, that throw sailed right over their heads. Like, what was that perspective like? And they, were jokingly saying, yeah, the entire team was screaming 4, and Deshaun Harris had the wherewithal to throw to 3.
Every baseball player wants to throw that ball home, no matter what.
Yeah. But I do think in the pros, they throw the ball to third way too often.
You got a backdoor guy. You will backdoor so many base runners. If there's more than one base runner on base, and you know how they say, like if the guy's on first or second and the guy's scoring on an outfield ball, you throw the ball to second base, throw it behind the runner to keep the next guy from advancing. You always want to prevent the next guy from advancing when you can. Same thing there. They backdoored the guy running to home to get the guy nab the guy at third. So that was the moment I thought the momentum, because Carolina had all the momentum coming into this game. And that was the momentum where I'm like, yep, this one is over.
And I mean, let's talk about the top half of that inning here, because coming into the College World Series, Kyle Branch had just 1 hit in the 3 games of the College World Series going into the finals. And he gets the huge knock to put OU on the board early. He finished this Game 3, the 9-hitter, went 3 for 4 with 6 RBI. That was
100% of games if that happens.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you're playing.
I have a big thing I want to talk about that moment right there. That was the moment that Scott Forbes took out Jackson Rose and went to Walker McDuffie, and I thought he overcoached there. I thought he hit the panic button there a little bit. I'm like, dude, you got 9 innings. You know Glauber. You can't ride him that much. Like, you need Jackson Rose. If you're going to win this game, Jackson Rose needs to get you to the 4th or 5th inning. And then you can puzzle piece your way through the rest. I thought he overcoached that moment a little bit too much. Jackson Rose was doing just fine. Yes, he was giving up hits, but he also had I think, 6 Ks through 2.2 whatever inning. He was still missing bats. So
I thought that was that point, Dimitri. I'm gonna throw a challenge flag because it was such a pivotal moment that sure you can look back on it now and say like, oh, he overcoached. If he gives up a 2-run double there and leaving Rose in the game, people would be going nuts. Like, dude, you have McDuffie and Lynch and
no, but they didn't. They didn't though. They only had them at very minimum 1, max 2 innings. You still had 6 or 7 innings of baseball at that moment. Like You've got to ride with Rose. You made the decision to start him. You got to get 3 out of him. And it's not like he was in a.
Like I kind of agree with Dimitri. He did have the inning wrong. It was the 3rd inning. Willits let it off with a double, but he picked up 2 strikeouts in that inning. He struck out the leadoff hitter, which was Dayton LaChance, and then he struck out Trey Gamble. And now I'm sitting next to Monty Taylor, who works with Just Baseball in the press box, and we were like, he's pulling Rose after a strikeout, which was weird. And it was for Brendan Brock. So maybe there's a matchup there that Forbes liked, but then Brock got an RBI single and knocked in Rose or Willits, who's standing on second base, and Rose was charged with that run. It really didn't make sense. And then you go and you look at the rest of the pitching change.
2 lefty.
I believe McDuffie was pulled after a strikeout, and Glauber had issues throwing strikes. Mateus was pulled after a strikeout. There was a couple of guys that were pulled after a little bit of success. So it was like, was it matchup? And then when the matchup came, it didn't necessarily come to fruition how they maybe envisioned it working out. So, yeah, I mean, just left hindsight is 2020, but left thinking.
Yeah. You know what else was a big thing for me? McDuffie didn't look as sharp as he normally does most of this postseason.
Dude, he's pitched a
USC.
lot.
Yeah.
He pitched a lot, but he was not as sharp. Even against USC in the Super, he struggled against USC. He struggled in Omaha a little bit. He was not the sharp Walker McDuffie that we're used to seeing, and I think that can play into how things shaped out in their pitching because Scott Forbes kept riding with him, rightfully so, because he is your guy. You go down swinging with your guy. But yeah, I think
McDuffie was good against West Virginia, and he was good in Game 1 against Oklahoma. So that I think reinforced the.
Was he good? Was he good against Oklahoma in Game 1?
Yeah. DeCaro got charged with I think 7 of the 9.
But McDuffie did not get him out of the inning. He cashed in like 2 or more runs.
Yeah, the inherited runs scored.
And then the game got big and long, and then he cruised. It's easier to cruise once you blow that. You got to get out of the jam with no runs, kind of thing.
He got 7 outs.
That was funny how he said that.
Yeah, he got 7 outs and he was charged with 1, and I think it was that first inning. So,
and then you had that inning with Glauber kind of losing himself. He got flustered. I thought Glauber came in the game way too early. By the way, he is the guy you leave in that bullpen until the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning with a lead. He's the guy you bring in for the lead.
Yeah,
I agree. Tricky situation because like if he is available, you have to use him like as early as possible to like extend the game and just give yourself a fighting chance.
But you know, it all started with Ryan Lynch in Game 2 getting hurt.
Yep.
That's where Carolina won the game, but Oklahoma won the marathon when Ryan Lynch had to come out of the game.
I agree. And you look at the specific lever pull to bring in Glauber early, and let's talk about it. Forbes said the only other guy he even considered of starting Game 3 was Jason DeCaro. Now, he said that he couldn't do it. You know, he's got a career ahead of him and blah, blah, blah. But he said, if we have a lead late in the innings, we'll go to DeCaro. I don't know how that same thought process wasn't used with Glauber after, 65 pitches, no days rest. You got to, if you're going to use him, you only have really 1 inning, 20 pitches. You got to make sure that counts. And I would think you would want to use that late in the game. But at the same time, you're trying to make sure that thing doesn't get out of hand quick. Like, you still can talk your guys into, hey, we're down 4 runs. We can keep this thing close. But yeah, to pull that Glauber move. And then I do think there is a worthy discussion of he was shorted a warm-up pitch, then pitch clock, for whatever reason, started a little bit early. He gets the violation. The count goes to 3-0 because he was inheriting a 2-0 count. Then he yanks the fastball, and it's a walk. And then he throws 4 straight balls, and he walks in a run. And it's like this thing never really got off the ground.
And you know what else? I thought yesterday, I was saying it to myself or Game 2. In the 8th inning, it was 6-2 Carolina. It was 6-2. And, you just pulled up the comment. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm about to talk about. I thought if North Carolina doesn't have anybody else they can trust in a 4-run game to get Glauber out, he did his job for Game 2. Get him out. Somebody go 1.1 to end the game, 1.2 to end the game. Bring in somebody in the middle of that inning and then slam the door in the 9th. Glauber would have been fine today because 40 pitches versus 65 was a big difference.
Yeah. I also didn't love how, I guess it was the alt cast. Ben McDonald was like, yeah, he told us pregame he only needs 6 warm-up pitches and he's feeling good. And I think he got probably 5 or 6 warm-up pitches in the bullpen and he was trotting out to the field. I'm like, that's not a good recipe, dude.
Wait, when Game 3 or Game 2?
Game 3. Like, they got Glauber up and working fast. Like, he was stretching.
No, he was up the inning before too. He was already up.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, he was already up the inning before.
They were warming him up in the 2nd inning.
Yeah.
Okay. I was watching the alt cast, so I didn't see that part. But Ben McDonald was like almost bragging that, like, oh yeah, he only needs 6 warm-up pitches and he's good. And I'm like, dude, that's not a good sign, man.
Yeah. I mean, a guy like Glauber, he can do it. I was able to do it. Give me on the mound. I'll hum 6 fastballs in there. I'm ready to go.
I was
always,
very similar as a bullpen arm as well.
yeah, I was fine. Yeah, I could hum
And
6 fastballs in there, let the adrenaline get juiced up, and you're good to go. Because
and
you get 6 more out there, 5 or 6 more on the 12 pitches is plenty.
yeah, on my best days, like I sat low 80s, so my arm it was like
Guys,
fine.
I played
I
first
tell-
base and I needed 50 throws just to get my arm loose.
I tell people, I tell so many young pitchers, you don't need to be hot when you go out to the field. You need to be close. You need to be almost ready. Use those 6 pitches because you don't need to get hot in the bullpen and then go out there and then just hum 6 more pitches because now those are becoming 6 real pitches. You know what I mean? Use those final 6 pitches. You need to be close to ready. Get out there, hum your last 6 in there, and now you're ready. And a lot of guys mess that up in the bullpen. They get hot in the bullpen, and now they're kind of not laboring, but they're just using bullets on the field that are still warm-up pitches. So I tell them all the time, remember, you have 6 more or 5 more.
Yeah.
7
and
more.
I do want to say while we're on the topic of pitching, Oklahoma pulled a similar lever. LJ Mercurius was used a ton during the College World Series. Glauber, I think, had 11 innings or something like that. Mercurius threw 12.2 innings in Omaha. But he was
yesterday.
He was phenomenal. 11 strikeouts in those 12.2, just 3 walks, just 2 earned runs.
Mercurius.
I don't know if that's maturity that he was able to do it, and a guy like Glauber was not. But go ahead.
Well, Glauber came off 65 pitches on 0 days rest. Mercurius had a day's rest. Like there's a little bit different. But I just want to address real quick. Evan said this. I agree. Yeah, if a guy is coming off a 65-day, ESPN guys said once you get him up, you have to use him now. Can't sit him down and get him up back up. You can do that, but when he's coming off a 0-day rest, 65-pitch performance, once you get him hot, he's got to go in the game. That is accurate. Once he gets hot in that scenario, he has to go in the game. You can't sit him back down, or else he's done. But yeah, back to your point, Noah. Mercurius. Since he moved to the bullpen, I think he had around 30 innings, sub 1 ERA. He had a 5+6 ERA. He really struggled as a starter down the stretch in SEC play. Moved him to the bullpen, completely different pitcher. Sub 1 ERA. He was their X factor besides all the other freshmen. So shout out to Skip Johnson for putting his players in the best position to succeed.
Yeah, and then the last thing I'll touch on here is 6 through 9 hitters in Oklahoma's lineup in Game 3 tallied 9 total hits. And when you look at the other side there, North Carolina all year was the top of the lineup's really good. They were kind of the Texas of the ACC, where pitching, without a doubt, they're strong. But there was like 3-4 arms that they really trusted, and then after that, there was a little bit of question. And at the top of the order, they were really strong, 1 through 5, 1 through 6. The bottom of the order didn't really necessarily carry their weight here when it mattered most. Because if you look at like Carolina, I think they only had 3 hits from the bottom in this Game 3 when it all mattered. So,
yeah, I mean, I just still cannot get over the fact that Oklahoma lost 4 straight SEC series, went 0-1 in Hoover. Lost the 1-0 bracket game to Georgia Tech. And next thing you know they're national champion. I still can't get over it. I cannot get over it. It is unbelievable.
Thing I've ever seen. It really
it is unbelievable. Whatever happened that Saturday night in Atlanta in their hotel room, they woke up and beat the Citadel in an elimination game, down 8-2 to Georgia Tech, who was probably arguably at the time the best team in the country, top to bottom. You were down 8-2 to them in the 4th inning. And whatever happened, I'm going to go back and watch that 4th inning over again because they scored 8 runs, took an 10-8 lead, and never looked back.
So,
I mean, I have never seen this before.
One of the he writes for Sooners on SI. He was talking to a couple of Oklahoma players on the field after they had won the World Series, and they're kind of like on cloud 9. They're feeling that high, you know. One of the guys kind of leaked the story of after the 4th inning where they scored like 8 runs on Georgia Tech, they were kind of just laughing and loose. And from there on, they were just playing with like kind of nothing to lose.
I have a hard time listening and believing some of the comments that players and coaches make in that regard. And I'm like, stop it. You weren't losing. Like, I don't believe that shit sometimes. Like, I never believe that shit because hindsight is 2020. You say that now, like, oh yeah, we were just chilling. Like no, dude, something actually changed, and I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I know there's the existence of, conference schedules being very uneven and not necessarily competitively balanced. I wouldn't have that argument for Oklahoma, though. Like, they still had the average SEC schedule.
Dude, I'm going to share my screen and I'll show you guys Oklahoma's schedule in front of us. Because, dude, you can't say, look at this. Because you started with A&M, okay? Great. You remember that series? That was the Michael Early, Skip Johnson beef off.
Yeah.
They were talking shit to each other. Oklahoma won that
Wasn't
series.
there a bat thrown?
And it was a tight.
It was the Jackson Willett bat flip.
Yeah.
Remember that?
It was tight. Oh shoot! Let's rock with that. That actually looks good. And it was tight. That game 3. It was like somebody had to get out of there for a travel curfew or something, and it was a 1-run game. It could have gone either way. And then they played LSU, who didn't even make the NCAA tournament. One of the 4 worst teams in the SEC this year. Like, it wasn't like this was a bad draw of a schedule.
And then against LSU, I know they won the series, but that was when LSU was not good. Well, they weren't good the whole season, but Oklahoma didn't look great that weekend. They got out of there with 2 out of 3 like they were supposed to.
Winning a series in Baton Rouge is a great weekend.
Yeah, always winning a series in Baton Rouge, but Oklahoma or LSU was bad this year. So, and then you had Texas. I remember that game. LJ Mercurius got absolutely smacked around that game. Game 1 of that. I think it was a Thursday night. Yes, it was.
So
and then
it was they didn't want to move Cam Johnson up from Friday to Thursday, and they moved LJ from Saturday to Thursday.
And Cam Johnson, I think, went like 6 shutty that game with like 10 or double-digit Ks. Like, I mean, he was Cam Johnson. And then you had Alabama. I don't really remember much about that series. I don't think I watched that series that weekend. Then the Vanderbilt series, Mercurius got smacked around that weekend. That was an ugly weekend for both teams.
Straight Thursday series.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were on Thursday. They were on Thursday every week for like a month.
Yeah, the Alabama series, you kind of brushed by it, but that was a great series. All 3 of those.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't watch. I don't remember much of it.
Very entertaining back and forth games. All 3.
Okay. And then
but they didn't have a healthy Cord Rager during this point of the season either.
That's right. And then Missouri, you sweep them like you're supposed to. And then Auburn. And then this is where things get ugly. I mean, Auburn, Florida, Arkansas, Tennessee is not an easy stretch, but I don't think that's a completely much more difficult stretch than the beginning half.
I mean, just listen to this. They played Missouri, Vanderbilt, and LSU. Those are 3 of the 4 SEC teams that didn't make the NCAA tournament. This was not a brutal gauntlet SEC schedule that everybody's like making it out to be. They beat who they were supposed to beat, and they lost to a lot of quality teams. Look at all the series wins that they had. This was my point come selection day. I was like,
I
what's their best series win?
Question here. Like, they did play the toughest road games. Like, the environments they had to go to were tough. And like at Arkansas, at LSU, at Texas, at Auburn. That's not easy, dude. Come on.
No, it's not easy. No one said it's easy, but I'm just saying, like, home against Tennessee is a good series, but it's not like the hardest series ever. At Arkansas is a very difficult series. At home versus Florida, this was at a time where Florida was kind of struggling too. So, I just remember that Sunday game 3 against Florida. I remember it because that was the weekend that Caden McDonald had his 5 innings out of the bullpen and hit like 2 or 3 home runs that weekend. I remember that game, and I was like, yeah, Oklahoma's dead. They look terrible. And then, they get blown out by Arkansas. They win a game. They were always good enough to win one, which should tell you something.
The moment for me that I'll just look back, and this is where the switch flipped for the team, is like, don't let anybody get hot. Like, Georgia Tech let Oklahoma get hot. And I think the turning point was that eighth run, fourth inning. But even earlier than that, Skip Johnson, identifies that Cam Johnson does not have it, yanks him after 12 pitches, and sends a message to the entire team. And from then on, they fell down the 8-2 score or whatever it was, and then they come back, win that game, and then battle in Game 7 and knock off Georgia Tech, and then all of a sudden they were off to the races.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep adding all these little nuggets to Oklahoma's run of how tough their run was, you had a bona fide first rounder, left-handed pitcher in Cam Johnson, not even pitch in any of this.
Didn't record an out.
He's not a bona fide first rounder anymore.
No, but at the time, and halfway through the season, he was.
High school, maybe.
Halfway through the season, he was. Cam Johnson I saw in Austin, Texas was a first rounder.
The Cam Johnson I saw in person in Arlington was unbelievable.
So then why are you saying...
Hey, Dimitri, scroll back up to the top of their schedule. I just want to relive some of those games where in Arlington to open the year, they looked unstoppable. And then you're like, oh, they put up 3 touchdowns against Coppin State after the Coppin State, I was like, okay, like maybe they're going to be more offensive this year. And then let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday. I remember that Tuesday game, Arizona State blew them out, and we were like, oh my God, Arizona State is legit.
Yep. And you know what? Arizona State had the lead in Game 2 as well, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Santa Clara, Gonzaga. Scroll down. UT Arlington. Yeah, I mean, they really didn't. I don't know. Winning the midweek against Dallas Baptist is always a statement win because Dallas Baptist always beats Oklahoma.
Yeah.
This is the game I was talking about.
Yeah.
We have people in our comment. This game right here was the game I was talking about where they're like, oh my God, we swept DBU this year. We have a chance. So an unbelievable run, but I still cannot get over the fact that they were down 8-2 to Georgia Tech. About to get beat. I guess Georgia Tech about to go 3-0 their regional, about to host Kansas. And all of a sudden, if I would have known at the time, I'd be like, oh my God, Oklahoma, this is the national champion right here.
You want to touch on some of the other teams that played in Omaha over the last 2 weeks? Because
thank you, Evan. Thank you, Evan. Evan has a great comment here. Dimitri pre-tournament was half right. He said he could see Oklahoma shocking the Georgia Tech regional with elite pitching by Cam Johnson, etc. Cam Johnson threw 12 pitches in that regional. So I don't know if I can consider myself right. I'm going to just say I was wrong, but I was early. I was not wrong, but I was early maybe. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine. When I look back at the 2026 College World Series, one of my most fondest memories are going to obviously be this Oklahoma unbelievable run. They're now going to be used for the next 5 years of the SEC under 500 team to get into the NCAA tournament. So get ready for that. But the second thing that I'm going to look back on most about the 2026 College World Series is West Virginia. I think this was the coming out party for programs to envision themselves doing something similar to what West Virginia has done. This is a built from the ground up type of program that happened with Randy Mazey, and now Steve Saban's taking it to new heights. Unbelievable fan base that rallied around this college baseball team. And yes, they were able to host a regional and a super regional, but they played extremely well in Omaha. They go 2-2. The 2 wins against Troy were both hard fought. And then the first game against North Carolina, they're going to be kicking themselves for a long time because it's tied 2-2 in the 7th inning, and they make back-to-back errors in the top of the inning. And North Carolina makes them pay. They tack on 3 runs in that inning, and the game ends 5-2. But Armani Guzman stealing home, which we were walking into the stadium as it happened. So unfortunately did miss it, but we all experienced that together. Just symbolizes like how this team played, and he broke the program stolen bases record by scoring the first run of the 2026 College World Series. But he had an outstanding CWS. He made the diving catch at first base. And then Gavin Kelly had a slow start in the first 2 games and then exploded in the next 2 games. And just the way the fan base rallied and came out to Omaha and really supported them. And then, even in the bars and the streets of Omaha, they were just themselves. They were having a lot of fun. So West Virginia was a team that I definitely wanted to talk about as we kind of recap the World Series as a whole now.
Are we going to be dedicating this time to Oklahoma, or are we all going around saying like what we, I guess, noticed in Omaha this year? What was your planned segment here?
Definitely moving on from Oklahoma and North Carolina, because we've talked about them now for an hour 45 minutes on the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, no, I get it. I do want to say this point, and I actually believe this pretty wholeheartedly. Going back to Oklahoma finishing under 500 in SEC play, it shows that, like, hey, the SEC, you have a 30-game season. You don't really have a 56-game regular season. Like, just survive in advance, move on to the postseason. Anything can happen. But on the flip side of that, Troy showed the formula that mid-majors should be replicating. And Troy hung in there every game in Omaha. Like, they looked like they belong. What Troy did that was so special was they heavy transfer portal, and it went from all levels. D2, JUCO, Power 5 kickbacks, mid-major guys, like low mid-major coming up, and then anchored by like 3 or 4 dudes that have been with the program for a long time and have high upside, like Drew Nelson and Jimmy Janicki.
And Janicki was huge in Omaha this year.
Oh, he's probably going to be the best major leaguer out of any team, all 8 teams that were there. Like, he is a legitimate major league catcher. But what Troy also did was say, hey, we're going to schedule tough. We have to schedule tough as a mid-major. Like, each and every week is going to be a battle. Like, there are no off weekends. And we're going to have to, like, piece this thing together so that when we do make the postseason, we're battle tested. So right now, I truly think the future of college baseball is Power 4 programs are just going to survive and advance. Like, keep everybody healthy. It doesn't matter if we go 24-6 in SEC play or 13-17. Like, we just have to get to the postseason, and then that's when we turn it on. Whereas, like, mid-major programs are now going to have to say, hey, we're going to have to grind and scrap in the transfer portal with not a ton of NIL money, not a ton of scholarships, but we're going to find guys that we have to have and invest in those. And we're going to have to schedule very tough. And like each and every week, we're going to be banged up. We're going to be playing very good competition. We're going to get our teeth kicked in a few times. But when the conference tournament rolls around and when the postseason regionals come around, there's not a team we're scared of. There's not a team we haven't seen before. And like, no challenge is too big. And like, those are the 2 formulas that each respective Power 4 mid-major should follow. And we saw them both play really well above expectations in Omaha.
Yeah.
I do think so.
Hey,
I asked.
Time out. I'm going to read this comment, and I've been pulling up the video. Dayton Taki chewing out Cam Johnson's ass on the mound before mound visit in front of the entire infield, to the point where Skip had to send him back to first base, woke everyone up. Guys, watch this. This is it. I missed this. All right, here we go. Watch this. You're gonna see Dayton Taki right here.
Oh my gosh.
Have some fucking confidence. Have some confidence. How crazy is that? Shout out to West May, dude. There it is.
I didn't notice that when that happened either.
Yep.
It's so quick though. He had like 1 second on screen.
Yeah. So that could have been the moment. I mean, Georgia Tech did take an 8-2 lead after 2-0. So
They did.
They didn't wake up quite yet.
I didn't mention this, but I wanted to. Oklahoma played 6 games in the College World Series this year. They scored the first run in all 6 games. They went 5-1. So yeah, when you're looking for just like a recipe to success in the College World Series, score first. Control the game script, dictate the pace of the game, and be able to, have control. But on the Troy thought, with Jimmy Janicki, somebody commented it here. Sorry, not that one, but I think it was the same guy talking about Janicki.
No, it's Wes May again. Wes May is on a heater right now.
Yeah, Janicki staying at Troy is huge. Ben talked about the player retention and how important it is for the mid-majors to sustain success. And Janicki is a guy that was recruited to Troy, stayed for year 2, broke out. I wouldn't even say broke out in year 2. He was good in year 1, but now he's choosing to stay and finish his career because we're assuming he's going to get drafted as a junior next year. But he will play for Troy next year. I asked Skylar Mead, and I was like, what is the advice to players and coaches that are in the similar spots as you guys at non-power conference programs, and they are watching you compete here and hold your own in Omaha? And he took it completely off trail, but he took it where Ben was just talking about the scheduling portion of it. You got to have some major schools have balls on schedule, the good majors or mid majors, to have a Troy who gets a top 5 non-conference strength of schedule. The only reason why they're there is because some schools said yes. That doesn't always happen. Just peeling back the curtain on that. We knew that before Mead said it, but the fact that Mead said it on the stage, like at the College World Series, brings a hell of a new type of light to, the scheduling mechanics of college baseball and college sports in general.
You're an idiot if you think mid-majors aren't actively trying to schedule tough, big opponents. Like, it doesn't need to take Skylar Mead saying it at the College World Series to pull back the curtain. I'm not saying it to you, Noah. I'm just saying in general.
I think it needed to happen. And
dude,
if you did,
the committee in Noah's press conference made it seem like it was Mercer's fault they didn't schedule tough.
Yeah,
which is so lame. And they know better. They know better than that.
And agreed with Kentucky.
Yeah,
and that fell through.
We can't do this with the Mercer thing again. I honestly can't take it. I sent one last tweet. I moved on. I want to bring up an idea though, with the transfer portal and with scheduling. I don't know how this would work. There's a lot smarter people out there than myself, but I think if you're a mid-major team and you lose a player to the Power 4, they have to schedule you.
No, they need to pay money. They need to buy out the player from the school he's coming from.
Right, like a European
soccer
model. Yeah, but that would also require like multi-year contracts with players, and like I don't.
Or if they're transferring to that school, you buy them out.
Sit back from your mic.
Yeah,
when you get your mouth
getting a lot of reverb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there should be a buyout, whatever school, because the mid-majors should not get punished for developing good players.
Correct.
Yeah, but
so there should be a buyout.
That's a very slippery slope that I might have to host like a 4-hour podcast, just me talking into a mic by myself. And just
why is that a slippery slope?
Because I can go down this for a long time.
Just give me one big pointer of why it's a slippery slope.
I just said because I could go on this tangent forever, and I have in the past. And we don't need to focus on that for this podcast.
No, I'm just asking why is this just give me the surface level of how a Power 4 school paying a mid-major school for a player in the transfer portal.
No, I'm saying it's a slippery slope for me. I would love to talk about this forever.
Yeah, we don't need to. We don't need to talk about it. But I think there should be a transfer portal fee if they're going from a mid-major to a Power 4, or just all across the whole landscape. School that gets the player should get a buyout, and depending on their stat, there should be a market value. Freaking Forrest Allen 643 chart should come up with a market value formula for a monetary value of a player.
Yeah. Before we move on from Troy to another player that deserves just some shine was Sean Darnell. He played unbelievable in the College World Series, better than he had, for a chunk of the season. He was their best player in Omaha, full stop. With Jimmy Janicki there. But
hey, that
what was
reminds
a
me, Noah.
moment? Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off here. That's some reminded me with the Janicki thing. He signed his NIL contract before Troy even played in a regional game. And I think they just renegotiated after Omaha, but he had already signed the NIL deal before any of this stuff happened. So props to Skylar Meade for getting ahead of what unfolded for Troy. So, but yeah, I was told like one of you guys or somebody else that Janicki had already signed an NIL contract before the postseason run started.
Yeah, I didn't have prior knowledge of that. But it doesn't stop teams from trying to tamper with them because that is continuing to happen, as we saw in Omaha. How does Oregon compete in a super regional and lose 3 of their freaking stars, man? That shouldn't be happening in college baseball today.
But do you think is that considered tampering, or is that considered how? Why? Their coach left, or their coach is about to leave.
Dude, all right. Do you want to go down this path?
Oh, what was I not supposed to say something?
This is no. You weren't supposed to say something, but you didn't say what Ben's going to talk about. It's the players' agents.
These advisors need to get lost, dude. Like we need to ban advisors from the sport. Agents, advisors. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. I will die on this hill until somebody can show me why they're valuable. They should be gone, because the agents or advisors are just a back channel to coaches to be like, hey, my guy's thinking about entering the portal. What kind of offer would he get from your school? Oh, $60,000. Okay, he's only making 20 at High Point. Like, let me go talk to him, reach out to some dude. It's all just tampering through these advisors who are low life scumbags trying to get their piece of the pie because they get 10% or whatever it is. Dude, you and me could be advisors right now. There's no qualifications, 0. I could say, hey, I'm Ben Upton's advisoring, whatever. I don't have to be a licensed agent. And I could go talk to every one of my coaches and be like, oh, yeah, sure. Eli Stevens, great season at Mercer. Like, he's only getting, a full scholarship, no NIL at Mercer. Like, what do you have for him? Like, could you offer him more? Like, okay, hey, Eli, such and such team is saying, like, if you enter the portal, you can go play right away and you would get, $50,000 on top of it. That sounds good. I'll get 5, you get 45, and like we'll be in a happy place. And Eli goes, oh yeah, my advisor. And this didn't happen to Eli Stevens. It was the first name I thought of, but that's how it goes down. And I hate it more than anything. But play where they want to play.
But what I was saying was not that, because I 100% agree with you. I'm just saying that Oregon players, I think, all were entering the portal because they knew beforehand that he probably told them that, hey, I don't know what my future looks like. You know what I mean? So it's all mess. It's all muddy mess.
Oregon coach hasn't left yet. That's the speculation.
But have they? How many of them have committed?
None. None of them have committed.
Bingo. They're waiting for him. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. That's a big ass can of worms that we don't need to go open now. Adrian Rodriguez at the 4th ever cycle at the College World Series. Dimitri. I was going to ask Dimitri this because he's the opinionated person. They adjusted the
Juan Soto.
That's funny too. Dimitri had a great tweet about Adrian Rodriguez, but that was his only strikeout of the College World Series, by the way, and you put him on blast.
I didn't mean to do that. I just thought. Go ahead.
But during the game, he hit the home run in the 4th at bat. But it was the 2nd at bat. There was a line drive in a left center gap. He took it the opposite way, and the left fielder missed it, and the center fielder misplayed it. Probably should have been able to field it. And it got past both of them. It was ruled a double with an extra base error, and
Single with the 2-base error.
Okay, and then it got changed to a triple after the fact of he had a home run, a single, and a double. I was gonna put Dimitri on the spot, but Ben, it sounds like you're somewhat opinionated on whether it was a cycle or not.
You guys are have I talked about my opinions on just cycles in general before?
You have.
I think cycles are so dumb. Like, it's cool, the round number. They did this, and this. Like, all right, give me a 3-homer game, or 2 homers and 2 doubles over a single, a double, a triple.
But we're not talking about what's actually like cool. We're just talking about the uniqueness of getting a single, double, triple, and a homer. That's the cool thing about the cycle. It's just the uniqueness.
But it's not even that unique. It happens like probably 8 to 10 times in a major league season.
It's only happened 4 times in the College World Series.
I know.
I got it. How many times have there been a 3-homer game?
We're not. I'm not saying the cycle is cooler than 3 homers. Give me 3 home runs every time. I'm just saying that's why the cycle is the cycle, because it's just unique and cool that you got one of each in the game.
I just don't like the fact that they went back and changed it to make it this cool thing.
Yeah.
Didn't they do it? Didn't they just do it for Bryce Harper the other day too?
Dude,
it's so stupid.
Go back and fix something for a no-hitter. Like, what if it's a 1-pitcher no-hitter? And in the 5th inning, there was a ball that should have been an error. Like, change it to an error. Like, we don't need to be going back and changing stuff to make a kid feel good about the cycle. Like, what's the difference between a single, 2 doubles, and a homer and the cycle? Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah, both outfielders miscommunicated. Ball went under his glove. Like, it was clearly an error on the left fielder on Adrian Rodriguez's triple quotation marks. That was not a triple. That was, if anything, a double and a 1-base error, but it was a 2-base error. The guy missed the ball.
I just remembered something that I want to dunk on myself. So my senior year in high school, let's a reminder, dead ball, dead bat era. I hit 1 home run. It was an inside the park home run because the center fielder tore his ACL. And I fought against it with my own coaches being like, dude, you cannot give me a homer on that. Like, in the stat book or whatever, hit whatever, average this amount of singles, this amount of doubles, and it had to 1 for a home run. I'm like, dude, I did not hit a ball over the fence, and I did not hit an inside the park home run. The guy was like, had to get stretchered off the field. He tore his ACL. Like that. I hate this like feel good stuff. Like, oh, Ben, you hit an inside the park home run. Like,
you're such a boomer right now. You're such a boomer.
Cycle. You hit. Good job. It's like, dude,
Ben's the kid in the commercial where the referee calls the ball out of bounds on the other team, and he goes to his coach in the meeting, and he goes, "Coach, the ball was on me. It was out on me.
I'm too competitive for that."
And then the coach goes, "It's their ball. It went out on us."
Yeah, no, I would never ever do that. Never. Seriously, I would never do.
So, Dimitri, can you explain to the listeners and the ones watching on YouTube what you did with the Juan Soto, Adrian Rodriguez thing? Because for some people may not know the reference because it was so small in the game.
It was a 3-0 count. Adrian Juan Soto Rodriguez did a leg. Well, first of all, in the beginning of that bat, he was nodding his head, taking pitches like Juan Soto. 3-0 count. He flicks his leg up in the middle of the strike zone. Literally flicks his leg in the middle of the strike zone in front of the catcher. Fastball, strike 1. Nasty slider, strike 2.
He swung at it. It was at his foot.
He swung at a nasty back foot slider, strike 2. And then he got sat down on a backdoor slider. And I think it was Joey Volch. Was it Volchko? Yeah, it was Volch. It was Vigu.
Vigu. Georgia's 3rd starter, Vigu.
It was Vigu. He freaked out, like, let's go. And Adrian Rodriguez flipped his bat thinking it was ball 4. And I thought it was hilarious that he did the Juan Soto leg kick into the strike zone, then got his ass sat down on the very next 2 pitches. So that was hilarious.
It was very funny. I didn't catch it mid-game until you posted it. So
yeah, I didn't catch it mid-game. I don't like the move. Whatever, like we don't play anymore, so it doesn't affect my life. But I liked it a lot better than the fake bunt wiggle on a 3-0. I hate that move. That's worse in my opinion.
Yeah. Hey, what was What was your favorite game in Omaha? What was your favorite game in Omaha of all the games that we were at?
I liked whenever you hit the parlay under 7.5 UNC money
Under
line.
10.5 UNC money line.
Yeah, you were
That
pretty
was
fired
so
up.
much.
Hey, he was pretty fired up, Noah, and you missed it. We had a pipsqueak moment with Dimitri.
Pipsqueak.
Wait. Time out. Let me set the stage here. We went to the casino. I hope I'm not raining Ben Parade here. We went to the casino the night before. I started rage gambling. Like, that's really dangerous, really bad. I started rage gambling. I was down like $600 before I ended up leaving because I got so mad.
You had a bad blackjack night the night before.
No, I was on the computer roulette table. I'm obsessed with that table. That's why I don't like gambling. I don't like casinos. That was the first time I had been to one in years.
I'm so glad I went to bed early that night. I woke up with Dimitri very upset, and I was like, "Oh, dang."
I would anyway. That lost $600. I lost five. No, I lost. I was down 500.
He went with Dom Listy, right?
I don't. Yeah. No. Yeah. Somebody like that. Anyways, I was down. I pulled out $650 cash. I was down. How much did I put on that bet, Ben? 100.
Or was it Forced Brother?
150 or something.
I put like one. So I was down $500. I had 150 left of that cash. Me and Ben were like, let's go to the casino. And now you can tell the story.
Basically, Dimitri placed a parlay that was like just a winner from the beginning. It was under 10.5 and like North Carolina money line. And after the game, Dimitri's pumped, like fired up. Gallagher, I think, hit the 2 or 3 run double to like
in the right center gap.
Yeah, to basically clinch it. We're having a good time. Like, we have a good group out in right center. It was like Jack and Biggie from Cook the Book, his brother. It was
Hammy.
Hammy was out there. JP, Ryan Wynn from Georgia was out there hanging out. Like, it was just a good group, and like vibes were high. And it was like the game that Dimitri and I kind of just like took off as working and just sat back and enjoyed it as fans. And, we both had a few beers and stuff and just soaked it all in. It was a beautiful night. It was everything. Dimitri's pumped, fired up. The game gets over. We're walking out of the stadium. And for some reason, Dimitri just sees these 2 West Virginia fans, or 3 West Virginia fans. And he's wearing his North Carolina hat and like pointed to it and said like, Tar Heels. And one of the guys was super cool. He's like maybe our age, maybe a little younger. And he's like, hey, keep moving. Like, it is what it is, whatever. The 2 other guys were not playing like at all. Like, there were some.
They were so mad,
dude. They I'm not kidding. Tried to fight Dimitri, and like we had to like scurry out of there, like speed walk past.
He literally. I go, dude, it's not that big of a deal. Like, hey, great game, go Mountaineers. But he's like, no, fuck you. No, that's bullshit. Fuck you. And I'm like,
he's like, here's my Venmo. I bet you $1,000 that this, and this, and like his fists were clenched. Like, he was ready to fight.
And then I was like, bro, I literally go, you know how when you tell someone to calm down, they get even more mad. Yeah. I was like, dude, calm down. It's okay. Carolina won. I'm happy. I made money, and you're mad. And we're walking away. Ben's like, dude, come on, Dimitri, let's go. I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't want anything to do with these guys. I walk by. Carolina fan walks by and does the same thing to him.
Yeah, it was. I didn't want it to get ugly. I did not want another pipsqueak moment. Just couldn't have it.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, the dude was belligerently drunk. Like, he had no chance. I would have literally pushed him over with my finger, and he would have fell over. So,
I have a funny story too. If we're just going off funny stories in Omaha. So I'm flying out Monday evening at like 6 p.m. or whatever. And so Monday evening at 6 p.m., my flight gets delayed for like 2 hours. So I'm sitting at the bar, and like the next game is about to come on. And like Jack's pregame show is on. And a few people at the airport bar.
Hey, question. Was it that bar that's like in the middle of like all the terminals? With the little white table. Okay, I sat there too, and I flew out. Okay, yeah.
No, we were in different terminals when we flew out.
I think they're like mirror image.
Yeah, it's that. It's like right in the middle of everything. And a few of the guys, like Bearded Beeve was there, one of the great burner accounts. Sitting at the bar, and then a few other people recognized me from 11.7 or whatever. And one of the guys, young dude, really nice, goes, "Hey man, like let me buy you a beer. Like I listen to the show, like I'm a big follower, big fan." And I'm like, dude, I got a long travel day ahead, but sure, like I appreciate that. So he rips a couple fireball shots, and then tells the bartender, "Bring me a beer." And I'm starting to drink the beer, and all of a sudden the bartender goes, "Are you kidding me?" And I'm like, "Oh crap, what?" And she's like, "Did he just leave?" And I'm like, "What is going on?" Like she's making a scene. Like, did he just leave? Really? Okay. Someone go try to find him. And they couldn't find him. She comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, your buddy just left without paying." And I'm like, "My buddy? What are you talking about?" "The guy that bought you the beer. He has a $25 tab. Like, you gonna pay for it?" I'm like, "All right, sure, I guess." Like, I did drink the beer, and like I did whatever. Like you said, he's a fan. Like, I don't know who he is. Well, I was checking the 11.7 DMs here today. And Branson Martin owes me $25 because he DM'd us on Monday and said, "Hey, it's the West Virginia fan who bought you a beer at the Omaha airport. Love your guys' content. Let's go Mountaineers." And I was like, "Dude, you left without paying."
Did he answer yet? Did he answer?
No, he hasn't answered yet. But yeah, Branson Martin, you're on watch right now.
Would anybody like to share this story? Maybe Dimitri, from your point of view?
Oh, it's when Dimitri got the ball right after I walked away.
On
I'm
Monday.
showing a photo of us three, and Dimitri is holding a ball that he caught at the College World Series.
So first of all, this all started Monday morning or Monday afternoon when I met Ben. After we took care of a bunch of stuff, I met up with him, and he's like, "Hey man, let's just go to the airport. Let's watch the game on the TV and relax. Like, let's just. I'm tired." And I'm like, "No, dude. We're in Omaha. How long do you get to go to Omaha? Like, let's go watch the game. Let's go sit behind home plate in the shade, kick our feet up, and watch the game and just relax."
It was like, great pump up speech by Dimitri. Shame on me for trying to not go to the game, and he hyped me back up.
And I was like, Ben, just go to the game and just relax and sit behind home plate and take in the crowd of the game instead of on TV at the airport. So we ended up going. I'm behind home plate. I'm exhausted. I'm like falling asleep. Ben gets up and goes and meets up with somebody or something. Oh, you were going to buy Brooks a shirt.
I went to go buy Brooks a shirt. Yeah, one of the shops.
So anyways, he leaves. I'm like snoozing out. I'm kind of chatting with the person next to me. I'm starting to fall asleep. I'm my hands on this. I'm like this, right? All of a sudden there's a foul ball. Comes up in my direction, but I'm like, it's not coming to me. I'm just like watching it. And this is like all within 5 seconds. I'm explaining 5 seconds worth of action. I'm just like, yeah, it's not coming to me, whatever. People in front of me start standing up. I'm like, oh shit. Ball hits off their hand that they're trying to catch. And I'm just sitting there like this, and I just go, catch. And everyone's looking at me like, oh my God, how did you catch that? How did you catch that? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. And so I told Ben that was how you catch a ball. That is how you catch a ball in the stand. It's really simple. You open your hand, ball hits it, you close your hand, and you catch the ball.
Of course that happens in the last game we attend of the year. Like after my debacle in the SoCon tournament, Dimitri just casually catches one when nobody's around.
So Dimitri just sends a picture of him holding a baseball, not even his face in the picture. And he just sent it. And I was like, no way. Where are you sitting? And then they explained like where they were. Ben, for whatever reason, wasn't there. I forget if you explained why you got up.
I was buying my son a shirt.
So I go and sit next to Dimitri, and he's boys with everybody he's sitting with. He's talking to the family in front of him that have season tickets and have been there forever. He's talking with the couple of guys that are sitting behind him. There's a family with a young kid that was to my right. Like everybody around him all of a sudden became his best friend, and he was chatting away, and he's like, "Yeah, look at this video of my friend. He dropped a home run ball that he should have caught on the green monster."
He was
And then
showing the
the
clip to
announcer ripped
everybody.
down his shirt. Like Dimitri is having the time of his life after he caught this ball.
And the best part of all of this was there was like probably a 6-month-old baby with his parents sitting like 2 seats away from us. And Noah's like, hey, because I'm like, dude, I don't really care about this ball.
I
Like
love how you
in
added
reality,
I love how you added in. There's a 6-month-old baby sitting with his parents. Like, no doubt.
well, I wanted to make it feel like he was an individual. He was an individual sitting with his parents. And I'm like, I don't really care about this ball. Like, I have 100 million baseballs. I don't need this ball. Like, it's cool. But and Noah's like, hey, you should give it to like one of the kids. And I'm like, yeah, I'll pick one. I asked the 2 kids in front of me, and they're like, "No, we don't want it. Dad's already making fun of us for not catching it." I'm like, "Dude, just take the ball. Put your pride. Take the ball." And they're like, "No. Dad's gonna make fun of us. We didn't earn it." I'm like, "You guys have a good dad. Nice." I looked to my right, 6-month-old baby. I'm like, this has got to be his first baseball ever at a baseball game. So we gave it to him. They were super happy with that. So that was the best part of it all.
Yeah, awesome. The final story I'll share from my point of view was I went down and watched West Virginia play Troy in the 3rd row behind the Mountaineers dugout with my buddy Moneyline Mac, who's a Mountaineer fan.
Of his life, by
Dude,
the way.
he was
Is
on
that the guy
9.
wearing the West Virginia hat with the sunglasses?
Coonskin hat with the sunglasses.
Yeah, the raccoon hat. Yeah.
So yeah, he was a camera magnet the entire weekend. The official College World Series Twitter account like used him in the photo for West Virginia winning. ESPN showed him probably like 10 times throughout the weekend on national television. So yeah, I was able to sit next to him and watch West Virginia win that game, which was a really entertaining game for 6 or 7 innings of it. So yeah, very cool experience there. And then I don't know if we have any other stories. We can talk.
Wait, like we got a big one right here.
Oh,
So
Quinn,
Quinn, we're homies now.
Dude, Quinn, first of all, him and Maggie, his wife, the coolest people in the world. They won I say they. I'm sure Quinn probably did most of the work.
Well, that's a funny story too in its own right. By the way,
you can tell it, but yeah, Quinn won the weekend series pick'em competition. Home Field gave him the hotel and the tickets to the game and the swag bags and all that. Like hosted very nicely. But we ended up spending probably 48. It felt like 48 straight hours with Quinn and Maggie, and they're the most fun people. They're Southern Miss and LSU fans. I think they live in Jackson, Mississippi. And dude, like I want him like on the 11.7 team now. Like he's just the coolest dude in the world. He was rocking a Southern Miss. It was Joey Urban jersey, like from noon to 5 p.m. And then he switches to an LSU Mikey Matuk jersey from like 6 to midnight. I mean, like name a guy that can pull off both. It's tough, but he did.
Quinn came and hung out with us at the Glory Georgia
Let It Fly.
NIL something event at the Let It Fly bar, and we had a great time there. But he is the Go Tigers guy.
Well, the funny part is he went to Hail State for school, and then
That's right. He went to Mississippi State.
That's right.
And he's an LSU and Southern Miss fan, which I found that like hilarious. But Maggie was talking about, I just don't like him gambling. And then Quinn was talking about his gambling stories and whatever, and he's like, I don't really gamble anymore, but I won your pick'em contest, and I also won my college basketball March Madness bracket, and I also won my college football playoff bracket.
He was
this
on
guy's
a
like
heater.
an all-time heater, and his wife Maggie's just sitting there rolling her eyes, like, he's kind of sucked back in. So we're responsible for Quinn now.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, all in all, Omaha was a great time. I'm sure we're going to have more and more stories come out like later. Oh, go ahead.
Before we move on from the topic of Omaha and just go more broad.
Time out. I'm not done yet. I'm not done with Omaha yet.
Oh boy. Let's go.
Two things. Number one, weather there. I should have known better. But I just forgot. The way the weather can just flip a switch was insane to me. So we got there Thursday night, Friday games, and then Friday night we go out, and then we come back to the Airbnb or whatever. Saturday morning was a hurricane in Omaha, Nebraska.
It was an
absolute monsoon. You needed Noah's Ark to get around Saturday morning. I'm like, guys, games are getting banged today. We're like, what should we do? We're not playing baseball.
The house
today.
was literally shaking between the thunder and Noah snoring. Like the house was vibrating.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, that's another story. I wasn't going to bring it up, but thank you, Ben, because I will bring that up. That's the third point I'll bring up. So, anyways, it's monsooning. Like we're not playing today. Like whatever. We're just going to hang out. By noon, it was gorgeous and sunny, and we were ready to play ball. I was like, this was a 3-hour time span from, oh my god, we're not playing to, oh yeah, we're getting both games in on time.
There was a river on the warning track at Charles Schwab, like a river.
Yep. And yeah, somebody said something about the Hormuz Strait when they were cleaning it up, or maybe that was Hoover. Somebody brought it up. That was funny. But point number 2, do not wear flip-flops or any light shoes into Rocco's bar. The floor is so sticky, it will take your shoes. The amount of times I walked around in there and was like, I had to do the leg, pick it up, move it forward, drop it down. Pick it up, move it forward, drop it, because your shoes just come off. Like that floor needs to get cleaned, and that needs to be done before first pitch next year. Number 3, Noah. I have never met someone in my life that snores louder than you do. You're lucky I'm hearing impaired, so I found a way to grind through it. But my whole bed was vibrating from midnight to 8 a.m., 9 a.m., whenever the hell you woke up. The last night I go, Ben, dude, I struggled last night. No, it was like bringing the house down. You go, dude, I heard it from the first floor. And meanwhile, we're on the 3rd floor. I heard him. You were about to literally blow the house down.
I talk about it all the time. Like I hate.
I have a video
with people.
I have a video. I took videos of how
I'm super self-conscious of it. I'm like, I don't really want to stay with people. We were talking about originally doing home field RVs, and I was like, I can't stay in an RV with you guys, dude.
Oh my god, that RV would have been broken,
dude. It was just not going to be possible. But the first iteration of the home field diamond den was just going to be 2 RVs, and I'm like, dude. It's not going to work. Like I gotta go get a hotel room. And yeah, rest in peace to the Animal House. Good Lord, they had me for an entire week. So that's bad in itself. Yeah. I feel bad for everybody, but Dimitri, you took one for the team. You did mention your ailment, so I'm just gonna say the people in the house, they knew exactly who to partner with me. So
I don't think they did it for that reason. No, I don't think. Nope, it had nothing to do with that.
One more story that just came to mind that I thought Dimitri was gonna say. Are we just not gonna bring up the fact that Dimitri lost his wallet in the Uber and made me stay up until 4 a.m. the night before we were going to leave to try to find it. And then I had to call the Uber driver. What happened? Like, I'm trying to remember now.
I'll explain. So we get an Uber back from, that was Sunday night. So we were at the casino with Jack and everybody, and the Ole Miss guys were there. There was a bunch of people there having a good time. Anyway, my Uber falls out of my pocket in the Uber, I guess, with $500, almost $600 worth of cash. I get home and I'm like, oh, dude, I can't find my wallet. But Ben is the one that called the Uber on his phone. So I needed his phone to get on the app and say, like, lost item in the Uber. So I go in there and I'm like, Ben, I need your phone. Don't ask questions. Just unlock your phone. And I'm like, it's Uber. We'll figure it out. So whatever.
That was time out. That was back-to-back nights because Noah the night before did the exact same thing, comes into my room at like 3 or 4 a.m. and he's like, hey, can I borrow your phone? I left my phone in Noah Darling's car. I'm like, dude, yes, here, take it. Like,
so anyway, that happened. I take Ben's phone. I go up to my room. I go up to bed, and I'm just going to lay on my phone, play some games, whatever, wait for this guy to come because we finally got in touch with him. He said, I'm at the Omaha airport. I'll be there in an hour, whatever. So I'm in my bed. I'm just laying there waiting. I guess I fell asleep. I don't remember what happened. Like I just was so tired. I fell asleep. And next morning I wake up, I'm like, fuck, dude, fuck. I fell asleep. 3 missed calls on Ben's phone, which was right next to me. And I walked downstairs like all pissed off. I'm like, damn, dude, now I got to figure out how to get my wallet today. Ben goes, oh, no. He rang the doorbell and knocked. I got it for you. Greatest feeling ever. Greatest feeling ever. Wallet was secured.
There's a doorbell ring. And I'm like, oh, that's got to be the Uber driver. I go downstairs. Uber driver is like, here you go. And he's like standing on the porch, just like staring at me. So I open up Dimitri's wallet and hand him a $50 bill. Or I got his two 20s and a 10, I think. Or maybe I gave him 40. I don't remember. But he was waiting for me to give him money because he thought it was my wallet. And I'm like, you know what? $50 is nothing compared to like having to replace all your cards and travel. Dude, going to the airport without a wallet, like good luck.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was awesome. That was the icing on the cake of, hey, we made it out of Omaha alive. But yeah, great place. Really awesome first experience for me. I thought Blatt's was a really cool bar to hang out. I thought the baseball village was really cool to walk through. I didn't really spend a lot of time there, but I thought it was a cool place to take in, especially if you have younger kids. You're gonna spend.
Dimitri,
you better have your wallet ready. What?
Did you go to the mattress factory? Remember when?
Yeah, we went to Mattress Factory. That was really cool. Is that like a normal, like every annual thing?
Ben, remember when Dimitri thought it was just a mattress factory?
Oh, we can't go down that path.
We're not going down that road. We are not going down that road. But yeah. Long story short, I thought the Mattress Factory was a place where you go to buy mattresses. That's literally all it was. Yeah, I thought Rocco's was a cool place. Hey, hot take. I think it's overrated. The lines are too long. The bar in there is I would not be mad if I never went to Rocco's again.
Shout out
I
to
think
them
the Jello
for coming
shot
up with an awesome marketing idea. That's theirs. That's the reason why they have.
But
success.
apparently their Jello shots are disgusting now, and they're all pre-made outside of the bar, which is lame. So they're going to need to get back at the drawing board.
In 2021, when I went, it was homemade Jello shots, and like it didn't count unless you actually took it. You walk into Rocco's now, and there's just cases lined up that people have already bought that are like, here you go, take one.
Corporate ruins everything. So
I personally hate like the idea of like the boosters and donors have ruined that too. Like they're the ones that are buying a lot of the bulk orders and just setting them there for anybody to come in.
Everyone was complaining about the Jello shots. They suck. I'm like, okay, well, easy decision for me. I'm not even going to try it. So
the last.
Are you going to let me finish? Damn it! Are you going to let me finish? And then you can talk for 10 minutes. Blatt's, highly recommend. Great bar, right across the street from the right field foul pole. I would go there. Let It Fly was a super cool place. Big screens and like you have upstairs, downstairs, a lot of space. Really cool place. And Mattress Factory. I think that's more of like a nightclub. I don't think many adults are going to end up at the Mattress Factory. But Blatt's was personally, I think, my favorite place. A little small, but really cool, like upstairs, downstairs, outdoor, like whatever. So yeah, Rocco's overrated. I don't want to go there. I will not be mad if I never go there again.
Yeah, the Blatts hosted LSU's after party after the national championship. Yeah, it was Jack, myself, the Hurrdat girls, and a couple other people in our group that went in there and crashed it and had some fun.
We never went to the Drover. That was a place that people always say you need to go get a steak at.
Yeah, I actually went to Gorat's, which is I went with Noah Darling and a couple of the other guys that were staying at his house during the week, and that's the place where Warren Buffett has kind of made famous, and that's like his go-to meal. So
Ben can tell you about Warren Buffett.
It used to be an employee of his back in the day. But yeah, he was a street over from our Airbnb.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Last Omaha topic that I wanted to mention before we move on from the city. I don't know if there's anything else you guys had on the World Series itself, because we were talking about some stories off the field. Guys, the Chips Performance Home Run Derby that I attended on Friday, which was the off day in between bracket play and the finals, was a lot of fun. And I think there's a lot of potential there for that thing to really get off the ground. It was a high school / college home run derby where they brought a couple of guys that were committed to some big schools. There was even a 2028 high schooler who actually won the high school version of the home run derby, and then he competed against the college winner to become their king of swing. But yeah, there was a lot of good ball players that were there. There was a JUCO monster with a really unique swing who was unbelievable.
There's a guy from Logan, right? They hit 38 home runs.
John A. Logan, yeah. His name's slipping my mind. I should have had it prepped,
Yearly?
but
Cam Yearly?
No, it was something Dagan, if I remember correctly.
No.
I'll try to pull his name up as
you're
you
talking
guys.
about the Missouri State commit, Cameron Yearly.
No, I'm not. Anyways, I'll pull it up when I finish talking.
There?
And you.
I mean, I watched it.
Yearsley was there. Yeah, Yearsley was there. But I think there's a lot of potential, and Ben's talked about this a ton, like with the home run derby, how we need to bring it back. This is just a independent content creator YouTube channel, and Alex Hale and Chips Performance, who have massive followings on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and they got it running. There was a whole team there for production, and it was a really good stream. I know you guys were watching a little bit of it, and the quality was there, and there was a good turnout too. They did a really good job on the ground level of getting some people.
Great production.
Yeah, and they did a really good job on the ground level getting some people into the park as fans. There was a lot of youth teams that were shagging during the home run derby, and then there were some fans. It was a very cheap entry fee, and then they had sponsors, Wilson and somebody else. But yeah, I'll look up the name. But Ben, home run derby, what'd you think of it, and do you think there's potential there?
Yeah, I have such nostalgia for home run derbies, and will always love them. This might sound weird, but like I'll watch a home run derby for an 8U baseball player or a 13U softball player. Like I just love the idea of home run derbies. I think they're fun. I think they provide entertainment, and it's a shame that college, like the NCAA, doesn't put on the home run derby anymore like they used to. I think we're getting close, or at least some momentum or ideas being passed around that like it could come back to Charles Schwab Field. The demand has to be there, and I think the timing has to be perfect, or else you won't get people in the stands. But that Friday off day feels like the perfect day to do it. There's a lot of people, or even the Thursday before, like shorten the practices and do it Thursday night.
I think the Thursday or Friday off day before the national championship or Friday off day, because you're only limited to 200 or 316 that can participate in it.
Yeah.
And your season's over, so guys can go hack it out, and you're done. Your season's over, so you can go hack it out, whatever. So yeah, that would be the most electric day to hype up into the national championship.
So the winner of the college side was Easton Richter. The winner of the high school side was Chase Philman, and he's a 2028 uncommitted. He was really cool and fun to meet and talk with. And then Dagan Brewer was the guy that stuck out to me with just a super unique, compact swing from JUCO. He went to Pittsburgh State. Is where he was from.
To be honest, I didn't watch a single second of that. I watched 3 seconds of that home run derby. And it just happened to be when I texted you.
Yeah, I watched it. It was fun.
Yeah, Ben watched it. All right, so you want to talk about the draft now?
The draft? What draft?
The MLB draft and like the MLB.
No.
You don't want to talk about them? Didn't you mention it
He's
on yesterday's
talking about the proposal.
Yeah, the proposal.
Oh, dude, I thought you meant the MLB draft like projections. I'm like, one, I'm not prepared for that. 2, it means nothing to anybody here. And 3, like, who cares right now?
I don't know how else I was going to explain it, though.
No, you're talking about the new proposal that Major League Baseball came out with where
that's not going to happen.
It won't happen, but
it won't happen. But it's an interesting idea that, like, hey, we're going to force kids to go to college for 2 years. And we're going to put a lot of I don't want to say risk, but like a lot of trust that colleges can develop now on par with professional baseball. I still think there's a large gap between like what you can do in like a professional farm system developing somebody versus somebody still required to go to classes and like try. I don't know. It's just coaches can only have a certain amount of time in the fall and in the spring to get players prepped. Like there's regulations there that like I don't think that development would get done nearly as well as pro ball. But it's an interesting idea, and if it does somehow miraculously pass through, like college baseball would be lifted to the highest level it's ever been. So there's the hypothetical of college baseball becoming a, I don't know, like a national focused sport.
Okay, how about this? I think the proposal was awesome for discussion and debate or whatever, but only 97 high school players were drafted and signed in the 2025 MLB draft. 97 total players we're talking about that this rule will impact. Now, if you drop it the draft from 20 to 12 rounds, that number would be even smaller, because some guys get taken late and they get thrown extra bonus money depending on their draft pool. But the point is, 97 total players, high school players, were signed to MLB teams. If you sent all 97 players to the college ranks, you might get 20 in the SEC, 20 in the ACC, and then 50 elsewhere. It's not that big of a number when you really think about it. It's not that big of a number. Like, oh my God, they're going to get developed by college program. Oh my God, the horror. It's not. I don't think it would be as big of a deal as people are making it. So, and they develop in college. Like, don't let that narrative, like, just don't cherry pick all these little tiny things. These coaches develop these players because they need to develop them to win. In order to win, you need your players developed.
On topic, you mentioned Yamamoto. Go ahead and hit that here because Wes May is talking about the 2-year high school rule, like bringing back an 18-year-old kid who threw 65 pitches the day before. Is that really the best rule? That would never happen in pro. Well, it happened in the World Series last year.
I mean, Glauber is not going to touch a baseball for the next month or 2 months. People are saying, oh, he's going to the Cape.
No.
Scott Forbes is not sending him to the Cape. He is going back to Chapel. He's going home, first of all, and then he'll just probably be back in Chapel Hill working out and just getting ready for the fall. Yes, in regionals, you see guys in the regular season, it rarely happens, if ever. Guys come back on that kind of route. Never happens. Regional, yeah, probably a junior, senior who loves the program. He's given it everything he's got left, and he'll do it. And you're going to have to rip the ball out of his hand. Is there a time and place for a coach to be like, hey, I love your heart, I love your dedication, but no, this is not good for you? Sure, they'll do that when it's the right time and place. But overall, the development will be just fine. These guys, I had an argument or debate with one of my friends. Does a player develop better in a winning environment, or does a player develop better in a player development environment? And I think a player will become a better player in a winning type environment, where you're playing to win.
Wholeheartedly agree. And
Kay Glauber is better today than he would have been sitting in low A as a high school draft prospect.
Totally agree. And you look at a couple of the things that besides the money, because the pro teams have the money, but college is getting NIL, so there's some competition there now. You're not going to just take a $50,000 check to go play in the minor leagues over college, because you get the college experience, the atmosphere, the college life in America for the 2 or 3 years, depending on your age. But also, it's in college athletics. They're investing more in college baseball. They're upgrading the tech and the facilities around the country. The facilities and fan bases and the exposure that you're getting on national television on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, ESPN Plus is more than it's ever been, and it's a hell of a lot more than you get in the minor leagues. So you're getting a little bit more notoriety for your name playing on those major broadcasts. Like, I don't necessarily think that, going the college route is as negative or has as many cons as it used to have.
It's just a bunch of pro baseball MLB purists just screaming at the clouds. Is basically what it is.
So here's the only angle that I'm able to hear and totally understand and agree with them on, and it's because MLB is just cutting financial costs across the board. They're attempting to kind of continue to wipe out some minor leagues, and if you remove the 17 through 19-year-old high school kid that's getting drafted and going into their development systems, you're wiping probably like low A or
Double A and Triple A are not going anywhere.
It's either low A or high A. One of those are going, and it'll just be single A, like it probably should be. And it's kind of hard to understand for the average fan. But yeah, they're cutting the cost there. And then what they're also doing is they're limiting the player from getting 2 bites at the apple at a reasonable age. So you get like the high schoolers that are really good that will debut in 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 21, 22, and then their 6-year contract ends and they're 27, 28, 29. They'll sign like a 4-year deal and then they can get another bite at a free agent apple afterwards. Now they want these guys ending that first contract around 30, 31, 32, and you sign a 4-year deal, you're 36 and you're not hitting the open market again. So it's saving a lot of the teams money there. But I think this would be really, really cool. You look at a recruiting class that Auburn had 2 years ago or 3 years ago, like we'd be looking at an Auburn team with Chris Rembert, Chase Fralick, all the pitching that they had, Andreas Alvarez, Christian Chatterton last year, Alec Petrovic, like add in Kevin McGonigal and Colt Emerson. Like both of these guys are shortstops for MLB teams right now. That would have been an Omaha team without a doubt. They've been hosting Super Regionals, top 4 teams the last 2 years.
Yeah, Ben, go ahead.
No, I mean, I don't like to spend a ton of brain power on this stuff. No, I agree with everything. Yeah, I mean, like it's just not going to happen. Like it's a typical negotiation strategy where Major League Baseball throws out the first offer. It's going to get rejected right away. There'll be some it's like compensations on both sides, like being like, okay, we'll do this if we do this, but it's not going to happen. It's almost like too good to be true for college baseball, where people get excited and
just let them lock out and then see how badly they wish all the high school guys were playing college baseball.
You know what I'm so excited for? I'm going to throw some shots right now. I'm in that mood. Next year when there's a major league lockout, I am so excited to just pick on the college baseball casuals that are really MLB accounts that try to dip into the college game and act like they know what's going on. Like, listen, you don't know what's going on until you have a midweek in Moorhead. Like, you don't know what's going to come. Like, they've never experienced a midweek in Moorhead.
We already had that happen in what was it, 2021 or 2020?
No, 22.
22. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I've got. Omaha was the blast. Congrats to the Oklahoma Sooners. North Carolina.
Hey, one thing I want to bring up that I should have brought up during the Omaha segment was we were really a dropped foul ball away from 9 straight SEC teams winning the College World Series, and that's with 8 different teams. Florida, then it would have been Arkansas, Vanderbilt, COVID year, and then Mississippi State, Ole Miss, LSU, Tennessee, LSU, Oklahoma. That's kind of crazy to think about. I mean, Oregon State had to have a miracle dropped pop-up in foul territory to break that up. And I just doesn't feel like it's going to come anytime soon. We've never done a podcast where an SEC team hasn't won the College World Series. Like, maybe we're the problem, and I'm starting to believe that.
Maybe we are the problem. And if you're a betting man, why not just take the futures of all 16 SEC teams? Is that profitable?
No.
Okay, all of them except for the top 3. And obviously kick out Missouri. They're not winning. And kick out who else is not winning? Yeah, is Missouri the only one?
This year, you could have kicked out South Carolina.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay, 13 through 15, you put a futures on all of them. Hey, we know Blue Green Street, we are always the problem. We're the problem for everything. We are the
really
problem.
We started the podcast in 2019, and since then it's been SEC every year. And dude, what's even crazier is like out of the 7 straight, there's been like 5 runners up that are SEC teams too. Like Michigan, Coastal, and
North Carolina.
North Carolina are non-SEC, but we saw a lot of SEC versus SEC finals matchups.
And you know what? You could argue Florida State was a check swing away from breaking that streak. Possible. That was a national championship team. So
I'm
that's
with
all I've
Dimitri
got.
on that. I could have seen him winning it, but how about a little home run empire, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, you've played it way more than I have, but
I don't know. I haven't touched it the last.
Why
couple of
are
days.
we shouting it? Why are we shouting it out? We don't give free promos on this podcast.
we do all the time.
They give us free.
Well,
promos
I'm putting
in the
an
game.
end to it. It's time to pay up. If you want stuff from us, it's time to pay up.
They have 11.7 in the game. I should say he.
No more free promos on this podcast.
Okay.
Deal. Yeah, home field Josh.
Yeah, deal. Home Run Empire is fun. If you guys haven't played it, I think I'm going to stream some of it. Probably during my paternity leave. I'm having a baby in August, so
here we go.
Get a couple weeks of paternity leave. I'm going to be playing a lot and might have to stream at like 2 a.m. It's just a lot of fun. It's a college baseball GM simulation game. I feel like we've already done it. Did we do this on Sunday night?
You did. You hinted at it at the beginning of the pod, and then said we were going to talk about it Sunday night at the end, and you didn't.
No.
Keep it that way. That's all people know is it. You guys think I'm joking? No more free promos on this pod.
All right, deal. Whatever.
Yeah. Shout out Jack, who's at the MLB draft combine currently. Couldn't join us today.
Yep.
Dimitri, you want to pull up the Twitter profile and run through some of the best moments of the year?
Let's do that, and then we'll end on that.
Yep.
That's too much work.
You know how to do it. You just sort. I mean, I could probably do it if you want me.
Dimitri's doing it.
Let's just look at like the top 10 most like viral tweets of the year.
Yeah.
And let's.
I know how to do this.
I mean, I know what the number 1 tweet was.
What's your guess?
It's not.
Or what do you know?
It was literally opening day.
Broken ankle in Puerto Rico.
Oh no, you're right. Oh,
dude, that did like 25 million views or something crazy.
Yeah, you're right. Oh. Yeah.
Hey, you guys will like this. Here we go. Oklahoma catcher was dying laughing to LSU challenge, and that we all know is Dayton LeChamp.
This was tremendous. I was watching this live, and I texted Dimitri, dude, the Oklahoma catcher is dying laughing right now.
Jay Johnson was pissed too. It's like, dude, right down the middle. I mean, that was in.
He's laughing like, yo. That was funny. This was a pivotal play in Omaha. Yeah, I still don't know if that's a catch or not.
I think you have to survive the ground. Is that the rule?
I mean, I guess, yeah, but he kind of made a move showing the ball. It's really tough call, but I think they got it right though.
Let's
go to some from like earlier in the year. Like we've seen all these.
I need to change the
dead air.
Yeah, I would sort like, I don't know, maybe before NCAA tournament or before conference tournaments.
Here we go. Oh, this was hilarious. Do you remember this day? Sully was losing his mind that day.
He was miserable.
Oh, dude, he was in hell that day.
They had gotten no hit in game 1 of that series too.
Didn't
I
they
was in
blow that
Vegas.
lead? Like, weren't they winning this game?
I love the
Yes, they were.
ESPN Chiron
Florida
too.
was
Fourth
winning this
straight
game.
walk.
You remember this day?
Oh my gosh, yes.
This was cool.
This was.
Sean
Mania pulled up to Indiana State game and just chilled in the bullpen. That was super cool. What else do we have here?
Blue Green Street. I have not given a single thought to next year's college baseball season. I have no idea who I would have in my Omaha 8 currently.
You guys remember when we said Lincoln Regional goodbye? The reverse jink worked perfectly.
It did.
I was so nervous.
We should have sorted this out.
Dude,
oh, that was the fall gate.
This Missouri series against Vanderbilt was hilarious. The fog was tremendous.
Guys, if Dax Whitney doesn't get hurt, does Oregon State they make Omaha?
They host for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
What else do we got here?
Opening weekend.
Oh, this was electric.
Yeah,
probably
this
the best moment in Mizzou baseball in 20 years.
They ended up losing the game.
Yeah, they lost the game against Kansas, but it was a sold out crowd. Like they were trying to compete with the Hog. It was good vibes that game.
Yeah, against their rival.
Yeah, for a midweek.
Opening weekend. No, was it opening week? No, this was like.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, UC San Diego, UCLA was the opening weekend series for the Bruins.
Yeah. Tritons win it.
Jorian Wilson's breakout.
Oh, this was great.
This is great, dude.
Utah.
He literally went to the umpire. You're a fucking bitch. Like, you can't say that.
Utah's ace, Coulter McAnally.
We can't be doing that.
Oh, so good.
Miles Bailey.
Yeah, rip.
That was a great midweek game.
Yeah, Louisiana taking down LSU.
Yeah.
Shout out Bethune-Cookman for that back-to-back-to-back midweek wins over LSU, Florida, and somebody else. USF.
I can't wait for the Tennessee Stone Lawless moment. George Rice Day took a game in Athens. You guys remember what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Stone Lawless to left field. That weekend for UCLA was insane.
That game was so good, UCLA, Mississippi State.
That was so good.
Hey, somebody remind me to cancel my Flow Sports membership. I think I reopened it for the CAA tournament.
Here you go. Oh, dude, that was insane. That was crazy. I mean, there was the
He thought he had it too.
I forgot he did that. I forgot he slammed his bat down.
Bat spike.
This was great.
Oh. Dude, how did he not blow his ACL?
Yeah, that was crazy. Take Davis, what a forgotten legend.
Yeah, Golden Spikes ceremony next week. How is he not in New York?
Mississippi State took over the whole entire top 25 attendance record.
Very cool. Very funny.
Ming Jones, Jay Johnson getting a shouting match.
Was that
Minjion did
because
this a couple of times this year.
somebody was stalling, right? Because of travel curfews?
Correct.
Something like that.
He did it 2 straight weekends too, against A&M and LSU, I believe. Remember, I just saw West Virginia. Remember Chase Meyer pitched for West Virginia this year?
Yeah, until he got kicked off the team.
Yeah. Then they go to Omaha.
Oh, this was electric.
Yeah, Pitt's run in Charlotte was unbelievable.
This happened when I was sulking in my SoCon tournament.
Dude, I remember watching this game and I tweeted at you, Dimitri. I was like, Alabama State. They're fixing the bullpen.
Stop.
Ben, do you remember this game?
Keep scrolling. You know what's funny is like I think this game played a big factor in Michael Alford's decision to not put Mercer in. I mean, it was just an embarrassing. What was it? 22-3.
13 runs, 36 minutes, 4 pitchers, 51 pitches, 4 hit by pitches. Freaking Vandermeer Curious threw 50 pitches and got out of it with only what, 3 runs?
I don't know.
That's crazy when you put it that way.
Vandermeer Curious threw 50 pitches and gave up 3 runs.
I want it off the screen.
Dude, this was funny.
That was
So funny.
This is hilarious. Dude hits the ball into Kuzoo Hill, and Jay Johnson goes, "Yep, I've seen enough." By the way, that guy didn't play at all this year.
He was like a DH pinch hitter for him. But yeah, Jordy Oriok. Hell yeah, Ford.
He's the man. Love Ford Pemberton.
That reminds me of that thing with who was it in that Sunbelt game? Oh, freaking Matt Diggs got after it with who were they playing again?
JMU.
James Madison. Yeah, Texas A&M at Texas A&M. What a weekend!
West Virginia fan.
The West Virginia fan going up.
It was the year of the Mountaineer, wasn't it?
It was. The signs were everywhere.
This was so good. I can't get over this.
The Milwaukee walk-off homer to win the Horizon League championship at Wright State.
Yeah. Sogard got tossed in that game too.
Yep.
You're right, he did.
Keep scrolling. Nope. Dude, don't do this.
Oh, this is great too. This is an awesome tweet, Dimitri.
Yep, there it is.
If you're gripping game in an absolute downpour, then she isn't the one.
This was great.
Sarlos in his suitcase.
No, I'm the one that told you about this video. I was watching it live. Dude, he is
No. I was watching this game live too. Dude just
So
took
funny,
a stroll.
dude. This pan out was unbelievable. Excellent production.
How incredible is that? That is just phenomenal troll job work right there.
His Rawlings leather briefcase too.
Shout out Jason
10-year-olds are waving him goodbye.
Shout out Jason Patterson, who does a lot of freelance broadcasting work, and he has his brand Ion College World Series, which is like a with CBS. They do Ion College basketball and whatnot, and he had a leather like baseball glove briefcase, and I mentioned the the Sarlos thing to him.
Ben, do you remember this?
He's the new South Carolina hitting coach, Bill Salento.
Oh yeah, he spits on him and then he goes, "Dude, I'm so sorry."
I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry, man. I apologize.
Well,
Wait, what?
no, I was just saying. Well, we're pretty quiet right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're just scrolling through. Oh, dude, WBC was. I
Hey.
forgot that was this year too.
Quinn Kaufman wants to look at how good our mock field of 64 projection was. Where
I think we have 5 minutes. We are not going over 2 hours.
where we joked around about the field of 64, like all these little team
We
labels.
will not bring that up. We will not pull that up.
Why not? You don't want to see how we did?
I mean, all right, for sure. I'll pull it up.
Nick Shuddy, 137 pitch complete game. What a day.
Landon Harrison. Wait, hold on. Where is? Oh, that was a great comeback by Houston that night.
I fell asleep early that night. Missed the whole comeback.
Yeah, it's down 7-0. Oh, this was cool.
Oh, this was cool. And he just shows an Ivy League highlight of a dude trucking a catcher.
It was probably like outside of the Ivy League tournament, that might have been the only one we've ever. That might be the only Ivy League highlight all year. Where is? I remember that. What else is there? I'm trying to think. We're just going through Coziel cycle. Chief. We love Lawaki.
Are you gonna love him when he's wearing?
Ben, I love doing this every year. I love that meme every year.
Put one next to their name, South Carolina. Are you gonna love Milwaukee just as much if he's wearing maroon and white in College Station, or burnt orange and white in Austin, or purple and gold in Baton Rouge?
If he goes to the SEC, I'm not a fan anymore.
I mean, you know for a fact he is.
Probably.
That's my joke. But anyway, yeah, Ben, here you go. Oh, never mind. I thought that was the other one. Oh man, the fall off of Zach York. And narrator said, in fact, he did not park a lot of memorabilia.
Don't pick on the guy.
Yep, we are not watching this.
Yeah.
I will pause it just for the memory. But like that was horrific. We are not watching this.
Seton Hall kid hitting a home run and then breaking his ankle. Levu was the most clutch hitter of the entire season. This was incredible. Did we ever post our reaction to that? Or maybe Attack Eagle did, right?
Yeah.
Somebody did. Somebody did.
Ray Barrett walk-off grand slam in the conference tournament.
And then guess what? Troy ends up in Omaha.
Yeah.
Well, they lose again to Southern Miss.
The next morning.
Yep.
No, next night.
Oh, sorry.
God.
Ben, this was hilarious when you tweeted this.
Can't be acting this tough when you have a 7.3 career or 7.3 ERA, career 9.66 ERA. You just can't, dude. Like, be lucky you got an out. You can't be shoving runners.
For the podcast listeners, it's a Central Michigan reliever. Comes in, gets a weak ground ball. He fields it. He runs down the first base line and just trucks the runner when tagging him. Jackson, Florida, man.
Ben, this was all you.
Hell of a call by Benjamin Baseball.
Yep. I mean, we knew they were close to Omaha.
Yeah. February 20th, Ben called. There's going to be a police escort from Morgantown, West Virginia to Omaha, Nebraska.
Don't talk to my players. Yeah, no, I think this is the video Scott Forbes thinks of when he told you that he liked our videos.
Maybe. Yeah, now that you mention it, for context for the audio listeners and people watching, Thursday media day, I asked Forbes a question. I asked the players a question, blah, blah, blah. And afterwards, I always shake the coach's hand just to like get to know him. And that way they can put a face to our brand. And he takes his fist and just taps it like right in between my pecs. And he goes, 11.7. You guys are great for the sport of college baseball. I love watching the highlight videos. And we go and look at his Twitter profile like 20 minutes later, and he's following one account. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's all I got.
That's all I got. I'm out of
Ben,
steam. It's midnight Eastern. This won't be the last time you guys see us. I promise you that. I know a lot of the time we disappear in the off season.
See you guys in January.
You probably won't see Dimitri until January. But yeah, this is just too much fun to have. I love the lives. I still love recording podcasts and getting stuff off the chest. So expect to see more from us this off season. It'll be a little bit slower paced, more interaction with fans. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But we do love you guys. Thanks for an incredible season. And yeah, we just finished season number 8. We're gonna do season 9 next year.
9th SEC team winning it all.
Yep. All right.